Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Kathleen Alcala. Welcome to my channel. So you may be asking, if it's New Year, why is there a Christmas junk journal there? I'm running way behind, guys. Way behind. So I started this journal like 3 days before Christmas, and I only could work on it right before I fell asleep in my bed. So I didn't commit to a lot of hours because December was hectic. So let's just get right to it. So I was being very recyclable person. This is a Christmas box from a gift right here. Some of you might recognize it. So I decided to use it. I made this cover after Christmas. I decided to use it. It was so pretty, I thought. And that became my cover. You can see it on the inside here. Where the box normally folds, I just cut that off and it was perfect. And then I put some gold foiling around this image. I love this image. It's beautiful. And I use this beautiful red, like a burgundy red velvet. I use a lot of velvet. This is kind of frayy, but this I used this gold metallic string or thread. I think I showed it in a share video. I bought it at an antique fair. So let's just get into this. It's really fat. Look at you guys. Way too big. I had to stop embellishing it because I couldn't fit anything more in it. So let's just show what I have. I'm not going to work on it anymore because I'd like to work on this some more. Probably not till this year, Christmas or possibly July. Because there's so much more I could do with this journal, make it like a favorite journal. So I used some, also I bought from that antique fair, this beautiful gold antique ribbon. I cut this beautiful doily here. And then I used a lot of digital images. Some I'm not even sure which images they came from. I bought a lot. So the last two weeks before Christmas, I was not feeling good. I felt like I was fighting a cold. So I did a lot of staying in bed. And so I was buying digital images. I don't even know what I bought. So I used green velvet here. And this is a variety of digital images. And this is beautiful wallpaper. I thought it was so pretty. I wanted to incorporate it. Sort of honestly, my theme for this was I wanted to do Christmas floral. That was sort of where I was going with it. I didn't give it enough thought. Like I said, I started 3 days to Christmas to pull the right things, but I still like the journal. There's some really beautiful images in here as well. This is a Christmas card I received this year, and I thought the joy theme was very well. I didn't like it was so bright. It looked so new. I wanted more vintage flair. So I put this beautiful fabric on top. It's sheer fabric with some flowers. I loved it. I just got this for Christmas and I put it in there, this giant Christmas tag. I just thought it was so cute. And then I used fabric backing, 3 different kinds of fabrics, for this image right here. This I just folded over some paper scrap I had and put the gold around it. Now this is actually wallpaper as well. And I thought the image coloring all went so pretty together. So I layered different lace and trim on it. And I thought this seemed like an angel wing to me, and I just felt like it went with this image. And so I wanted to bring that brightness out of the dark that I used. Here's the other half of that wallpaper page. I just put a little bit of trim and another digital image. And this is the background of, hopefully it's not been too high. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. I wanted to use, this is the other half of the card. So I put a piece of fabric, Santa, on there. And this, I thought, I didn't like the image that was on there. So I covered it with like 3 different beautiful laces. And I love this image. This was a postcard I had purchased during an antique fair this year. I just thought it was adorable. And actually, that wasn't from an antique fair. That was from a school market I purchased from Z. You've heard me mention Z. Hi, Z. She was selling so many lovely things. And this lace isn't it pretty? I love this lace. So delicate. And that's just an embossed piece of paper. And this is another wallpaper, that other wallpaper side. And I just put a piece of paper here, and I didn't really get too much time to create really pretty postcards, but I did insert the images in there. And I love this church image. Just so pretty, because to me, Christmas is about church. And this is the fold out. Some more pretty images. And I just did this whole... This was a bow that I had on something. And I just trimmed it up and put it on here. I like the red. I left this white. I thought it could actually be a writing space, but I also liked the contrast of the color. I didn't want to put another color on there, so I left it. And I put some red velvet trim here. It's simple, but I really like this page. And this, I put some lace and an applique. I don't know if you can see this page very well, but I put some stickles to make it glitter. And I put a little bit on the angel's wings, and I use that beautiful gold ribbon as an accent piece. And a little piece of lace there. I just wanted to make it a little bit more interesting, the pages, so I did fold this page up. And this is a avocado dyed piece of music notes. And this is a beautiful piece right here. I love this page. It's so cute to me. I don't know, it might be one of my favorites. The little angel suite, and I just put a couple of pieces of a lighter color velvet and red ribbon. Excuse my interruption, but you notice there's a change because I needed to go answer the door, and I'm back. Here's a little tuck spot, and I did use stickles here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of dark out today, so it's kind of hard to get the good lighting. And I just did a variety of different things. I love this brooch. I thought it went with that. I did more stickles on there and on here. And I just thought this velvet, green velvet with this lace is so pretty. I love the paper. I didn't really want to do much with that. And this is velvet, actually. It's so pretty, isn't it? And I just folded up book page with some pretty paper. And this is a Christmas tag. This is pockets on here, and I just stuck that paper in. I put a little tag that matched this. And then there's some velvet trim here, and an applique. More velvet, and I put this piece of fabric that had this trim on it, the dangles. I thought that was pretty. Tassels. Here's some beautiful fabric and a brooch. I love this paper. This, I'm not sure. I got this in a package I purchased, and I don't know if this is wrapping paper or that Italian paper. It's hard to know because they're so similar, but I loved it anyway. I just run some more gold ribbon on it. And this is some beautiful ribbon. Now, the thing with this book is that it's really eclectic. It has a lot of different types of imagery. I usually tend not to do that for Christmas, but anyway, I did. And I wanted to use different colors as well, and that's why I chose this color instead of like a bright red or a white. And I used more stickles here. I thought that was kind of cool. It looks like she's holding up the ribbon with her hand. And a little ruffle. I just love this image. I think it's so pretty. So I put just that coming down like a swirl. With this, remember that dress that was all shredded? I put a little piece there. I thought it worked well. I used a little bit of sheer to cover that image. And I want to put a stripe of either velvet there or put more paper so it can be a little writing spot. And I love this image too. I thought this was so cute. I just put a little smudge of lace there. And this is actually from, I don't know if you remember the one page that I had the flower, the birds. This is from that paper. And I just had this and I put it on it and included that as well. And so it just sits in here. And I put a variety of image and then some variety of lace. See, the book is getting hard to even, hold on. Let's see if I can stand it up this way better. There's that beautiful fabric. And see, I did not use Christmas fabric per se, but I just loved it. These two lace right there, oh my goodness, I love that lace. It's so pretty. And then I backed this image with some red fabric. I used more stickles here and on the moon. To me, that's a moon. And then I created this little tag out of scrap paper. So I made this into a tuck spot. Isn't that pretty, all that lace? It has nothing to do with Christmas, but I just thought it was pretty, so I added it. This is the paper I was talking about. Look at, see, that matches. And this one, I wanted to do a little bit more whimsical in a way. It was with Santa Clauses. And so this is actually a piece of fabric over vintage music. This is a music cover of a music book. And then I had that, so I included it because I thought it was kind of cool. This was a Christmas card. I actually purchased this card. I did not use. So I cut it out because I really like what it said here. And I just included that there. Polka dot tissue. I love this page because I love that bird. I love all the images. I included this image and the lace and the different ribbons. And I thought this was pretty, so I put this really pretty lace right here. And I love this image. It's kind of hard to see, but it's 3 little girls and singing Santa. I thought that was cute. So I just put an eyelet and then added this tinsel. Somehow it seemed appropriate. And I just put a swirl there and some red lace here. You see a piece of that vintage wallpaper. And some old ephemera. And this is really pretty too. This is fabric, and then another fabric there. This is paper, and that's paper here. I love the kids. I thought they were cute. I put kind of a little bit of a sparkly piece of trim there. And here is just some pretty fabric. I just had a little piece of it, so I put it there to become a side pocket, a tuck spot. And I love this. Just cute. And I left it blank. I thought that could definitely be a writing space for somebody. I thought it would be safe hidden there. Christmas was horrible. Aunt Jane did this and that. Not really. Teasing. Anyway, I'm just making myself laugh. Okay, so this is just images with some pretty fabric lace or ruffle. And I used a variety. I love this fabric. I thought it seemed so rich. And this was very pretty. I included one of the little round balls that I had from this Christmas bead. I thought that was cute. I'm not even sure what this is. I think it's from a tapestry or upholstery. I'm not sure. And this is where I just included that cute image. I couldn't really do much more because it was just too fat, this journal. I think I would probably remove some of the pages to make it more, put more embellishments on it. This, I created a belly band, and this is all a bunch of pieces of paper. I just kind of created that and glued on these little kids. And then I had another postcard, and I backed it with fabric, and I just love that trim. This is paper there. And I thought this was a cute image, so I put this colorful ribbon. And I didn't do anything with that. Just put some lace and fabric. And some different variety of fabric. So this is, I cut that that gold ribbon that I used all over. And it's starting to fray, see? It's so delicate. I love it. I don't mind it fraying. I don't even mind if half of it comes off. It's more interesting to me. This paper was interesting, pretty. So I just put this on there. That does not belong there. And this is pretty. I wanted to put this pretty old piece of crochet lace on there. And with this, this is the envelope for that Christmas card. And what I did is I covered a piece of green velvet. And then I did like 2 spots to put something in. I think these cards are so cute. And then this is a little pocket. And these, my sister Diane gave me these. Aren't they the cutest things? They matched the Santa. Hold on. See? I wanted to put them in here. I may take them out, but for now they're in there. And there's the Merry Christmas. And that's the other piece. I used the other part of that doily that was in the front. And then I cut another piece of one. Isn't that pretty? And that's it. All right, you guys, that's my quick flip through of my Christmas journal. Anyway, it's a little late. I hope you still can enjoy it. It'll be good for 2026's Christmas. I pray that you have a blessed New Year's. I hope that you get every heart's desire and that everything will be good for you. I appreciate you subscribing and watching and being a part of my journey. And we'll see how 2026 carries us through. All right, everyone. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.